advocates for President Biden's student loan forgiveness program are still holding out hope, even as it appears that the conservative majority Supreme Court seems poised to sink the program after a day of heated arguments. Several conservative justices questioned Biden's authority to wipe out $500 billion in debt without congressional authorization. A couple even suggested it wouldn't be fair to those who already paid off their loans or didn't take them out in the first place. The court's liberal justices, on the other hand, defended the Education Department's right to forgive loan debt. Justice Sonia Sotomayor indicated that ruling against the Biden administration would be changing Congress's words because we don't think we like what's happening.
There's 50 million students who are will benefit from this, who today will struggle. Many of them don't have assets sufficient to bail them out after the pandemic. They don't have friends or families or others who can help them make these payments. And what you're saying is, now we're going to give judges the right to decide how much aid to give them, instead of the person with the expertise and the experience, the Secretary of Education, who's been dealing with educational issues and the problems surrounding student loans.
As this was going on, hundreds of protesters rallied outside the High Court in support of the president's program, including Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley.
Like millions of Black borrowers denied the ability to build generational wealth, I know the burden of student loan debt. I know what it is to land in default when your family is tripped up on economic hard times. And I want to talk about the shame that many borrowers carry. I'm beyond grateful to each of you who shared your story to make the case for national student debt cancellation. But let me be clear, the shame was never yours to carry. The only shame is that this nation has burdened families with this crushing debt, but we changed that.
Joining me now is Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts. And Congresswoman, thank you for being here. You know, this whole debate strikes me as very odd, that there's a question of whether this president has the legal authority to do bailouts. I'm old enough to remember the airline industry getting bailed out in 2001 for $15 billion, General Motors and Chrysler getting $17.4 billion in government bailouts. The coronavirus airline bailout was $25 billion. It's not like the governments haven't done bailouts before. Does it surprise you that just this one is controversial?
Well, it's not surprising because of who the obstruction is coming from. These Republican officials, corporate interests, calloused and disconnected from the hardship that everyday people are experiencing from every walk of life. These lawsuits are frivolous and they are partisan. The president clearly has the legal authority, and we just need the Supreme Court to uphold the law.
And I will note that these previous bailouts took place under Republicans, and so they did not ignite the kind of furor. I also seem to recall that there are members of Congress, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Vern Buchanan, Markwayne Mullin, Kevin Hern, and Mike Kelly. But I note Greene and Gaetz, who received massive forgivable student loans from the government, PPP loans, while they were serving in Congress, and they don't seem to have a problem with being able to be bailed out have their businesses bailed out by the government they work for.
Well, moreover, Joy, some 40 million plus people stand to benefit from this relief. In the 4 weeks that the president's action was live or going into effect, some 26 million people applied. And in my district, the Massachusetts 7th, out of those eligible borrowers, 70% already applied. And so Republicans want to play with people's lives. Democrats are here to change and save people's lives. And we will do that by ensuring that those that are burdened by this debt feel the relief. We organized for that pause on student loan payments, and we heard from people how impactful that was. People were able to use those funds to keep a roof over their head, to pay for childcare and other essential costs. There are people paying monthly payments or the equivalent of a mortgage payment. This is an economic justice issue. It's a racial justice issue, given the disparate burden on Black and brown borrowers. 1 in 4 Black borrowers would have their debt zeroed out completely. This is a gender justice issue. Out of this $2 trillion debt, 2/3 of that debt is on the shoulders of women. And again, Joy, this is people from every walk of life. If society is to be judged by how we take care of our babies and our elders, well, we are failing. Because when I have a 76-year-old grandmother crying to me that she's afraid she's going to die still paying on this debt on a fixed income whose benefits have been garnished because she is still paying on loans at this point more than she took out. And when you have a whole generation whose path we are making harder than our own even was, because they're choked by this debt. They can't purchase a home, start a business, grow a family. When I have teachers who took on this debt because they wanted to be nation builders and educate our babies, and they can't afford childcare for their own babies and the monthly minimum, and some have even contemplated suicide. The point here, Joy, is that we can do something about it. The president clearly has the legal authority, and I need the Supreme Court to uphold the law. And we will keep organizing and applying pressure until this is done, just like we were negotiating with the White House until 7 o'clock in the morning until there was action taken.